Hello, good afternoon, everyone. The last day of August. We are wrapping it up, and I've got the seesaws up behind me. Why? We are teeter-tottering. Are we going to go up or are we going to go down from here? We will see which way the big guys want to take it. So let's go ahead and get into the stock charts. Before we do that, go ahead, hit like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you can get great videos like this one. You can see I've got some things showing up in the background. All right, let's go ahead and get into the stock charts. So we've got the SPY up right here. Hey, JZ, thanks for joining me. And right here, you can see that we have hit the 425 EMA. This is my favorite moving average. You know what, Jay-Z? What morning in the market is not crazy, right? So you guys can see I have my watch list right here, and I do have it available on my website at cjanetrade.com. And I also follow the dark pools. Now, coincidentally, I go ahead and create my list off of the volatility that morning. Some of them we know have had some crazy dark pool activity, which is cool to see. So those are pretty awesome when we trade them. So if you guys want to learn more about the dark pools, come on over to thedarkpools.com/services and check out the training pit. I just finished teaching there, and I was actually going over the platform of TradingView. We do help people with TradingView platform, with other softwares, Thinkorswim, TradeStation, also Charles Schwab, DOS Trader, Fidelity. So it's cool because we help people learn how to set up their software as well as trading. Now, you can see we came down. We hit this awesome 425. I love this EMA. And we had bigger volume come in, right? And where are we in relation to this volume that we saw right here, right? All this volume, well, we're above it. So what does that lead you to believe that we are going to have happen? My opinion, we're going like this, to the upside. So we will see, because we are above it. If we close below here, my thoughts are we're going to go down. Right now, I'm on that, hey, somebody's propping us up and we are heading up. There's all this news, hey, the market is slowing, economy is slowing, the Fed's coming out with that today. Well, the Fed can say everything that they want until we start to see the big guys pull it back. We're still in this upward trend, right? We can't fight the trend. We've got to continue with it and continue with it to the upside for now. We did have an awesome, cool move that we had in the past couple weeks. We broke above, and now we're surging to the upside. We also saw that Microsoft had a big move last week. Let's go ahead and check it out this week. It does affect all the indexes. It came down and hit our 4 EMA today, and it came back inside the channel. I've told you guys before, I wouldn't be surprised to see it come back down to that 215 area. Good morning, Arky, and then head to the upside from here. Apple, not on my list today, but it did complete its split, and it went ahead and it surged to the upside. Let me remove this box right here. Right? You can see I was watching it pre-market. I actually really like the 9-minute chart, and I really was hoping to get in at 125.18 here pre-market. It never pulled back. It went ahead and surged, and in fact, it's pretty awesome. Let me remove this box. Because today it had a nice little pre-market trend, and guess what? Once it broke that trend, it ran to the upside. At that point in time, then we started to have a new upward trend develop, and it's been following this upward trend line right here. Love this 9 minutes. Who knows? Maybe we're going to see it up here at 137 before it pulls back down. When we go back and we look at it for all time, we don't necessarily want all time. Well, let's go 5 years. Since we did have that split, seems like there's more people getting into it, and we are hitting all-time highs. So if we go ahead and we move forward, with that spike up to 137, it will be very, very nice, right? We did have the dividend back here. We had the split, consolidation, consolidation, move up, consolidation, and now potential move up again to that 137. Nice, John. We will add TRQ on to look as well today. Yes, lots. I'm going to put it over here. So you guys know I do my list on the weekends. And yep, don't worry. I'm going to be talking about gold and silver as well, Linda. Got those too. You can see silver was on my list today, and gold is also rocking. So for sure, we are definitely going to talk about it. Yandex was on my list today. Hey, if it goes ahead and breaks 68.80, nice potential trade to the upside. Sure enough, came and it ran to the upside. Nice, Julia. We'll go ahead and I'll put GLD and GOLD and silver. Well, we already have silver and NVIDIA, so we add those to our list. And now look at that. It's broken above the former pre-market high right here. So let's go ahead and see. I do like to use the volume session profile to see where the biggest volume for the day has been down here right now. So it looks like a nice bit of a W almost, right? Kind of, maybe an inverted head and shoulders more so. And now we're breaking out above a resistance level, so we might be seeing it shoot right on up. I wouldn't be surprised. Look, we had a big volume right here. Where are we in relation to that volume? We're to the upside right now. That was right at my resistance level, actually. So keeping that on watch. If we can go ahead and close up above here with that bigger volume, might have more move to it. Had a nice run from the earnings, and it's just sort of been squeezing people. But it is overly extended right here, so it might come back and pull back, but we did hit that pullback in the market for today. So could be interesting. Definitely keep it on watch. All right, CCL. Also, it came up, failed, right it opened, pulled back. To me, it's not a surprise. To me, this feels like it's more of a short squeeze of people that are not getting out of their positions, and it squeezed them. Now, silver. We talked about silver yesterday in my, oops, I'm clicking on the wrong, clicking on the wrong one, thinking the chart's going to change. We had it, I did talk about it, saying, hey, silver had this nice move, and there's a potential if it can break here and really break above 2650. 2650, look, right now we have that volume control area right here at 2316. We're above it still. If we can hold and close above it, amazing. We'll likely be going up and testing $27. If that happens, let's go ahead and check out the daily short sale volume for silver. When it does build, 72% on Friday. How many shares? 15 million shares were short. How much have we had traded so far today? So far today, for our volume, where are you, volume? It's not showing me the volume right here. We have the high. Let's go to down here. Our volume today is 19 million. So potentially all those shorts have covered because it was 15 million short from yesterday. Potential, right? Maybe there's more people shorting. We will see. But they were super stubborn all the way back here when we broke this trend line. They were stubborn, wouldn't you say? July 30th to August 10th. Okay, so we've got all of July and 40 days, 40 trading days that it squeezed them. Are we going to have another 40 trading days that it squeezes them again? Yeah, thank you, Jay-Z. I appreciate that. So silver's rocking. Intel as well. Oh, I had silver all the way at the bottom there. Intel. Potential to go ahead and close the gap to the upside. Could be awesome. Let's add an alert here on 52.22. I want to see if it's crossing up there. Then we're going to go ahead. We have gone down, and I like this volume session profile for the simple fact that it will go ahead and show me from the day prior, hey look, we went down, we tested it the day prior, more volume stepped in, oops, And we went ahead and we continued to the upside here. We are above today's. Potentially more volume came into it for buying out of curiosity. Let's check and see. What did Intel have for our short? Oh, we already have it, 35%. So there was more buying, only 6 million right there. And we've had 17 million trade today. So this one has that move to potentially go to the upside. Full disclosure too, I have positions on silver and Intel, so that you guys are aware of that. Neo had a potential move to the upside. My level is 17 today for that breakout, for the breakdown, and 1775. So right on down here, which was the high from the pre-market, hey, it went ahead and tested it, came back, bounced, and then surged to the upside. We do have higher volume right here, so pretty much closed the gap from on Friday. Now we're above this awesome 425 EMA. Can you guys see that that's pretty much where the massive volume has been traded today? If we close above this, likely nice move to the upside on Neo. If we close below, watch out. We'll likely come back down. This could be a bounce on the daily chart to go ahead and continue with the downward trend, right? We are testing right here at the 4 EMA. So maybe they wanted to go ahead. I'm missing my 8 EMA. Where was my 8 EMA? Interesting. Where did my 8 EMA go? Add this back on. I was just teaching on here, so maybe I actually hit it. Or maybe I deleted it. I don't know. Pardon me while I add this back, because it's something that I like to see on my charts. And I don't know what I did with it. And there it is. Alright. So now we have it here. So it came down, and look at that. We happened to come and test that volume profile from before, right? It came pretty darn close. Back it out, and you'll see that that yellow line will pop up. Should pop up. Yep, look at how close we came. It was roughly 1674, and we came to 1682. So potentially they were buying, and maybe now that it's back above, that they want to go ahead and take it up. Watching that 200 SMA right here would be a bigger confirmation for me. It's looking like that is pretty strong resistance on the daily chart right here. I know, Arky, I know. I put that on. I remember that. All right, we also have Big C. This was a low float, and so there's also something cool I discovered here. Extended hours and volume, so you can add that onto your chart, onto your list now. So Big C, this is a lower float with 16.6 million. It did come down, pulled back to 105, had a nice short to it of $7. If it can break out here, it could fill that gap to the upside as well from Friday. So keep it on watch. This could have some amazing trades both direction. We also have Walmart that did pull back, had a nice short. I had my short entry right up here, 137.80 from right here. I said, hey, if it goes ahead and breaks down, watch. Sure enough, came down. What's that EMA, guys? We got it, 425. Bounced right off of there. Seems like they've pulled it back a lot today to many of the 4 EMAs. They've had some buying power come into it and pick it right back up. We also had Fastly on the short list today. No complaints, right? Nice short right there. And CTLT. This was a gapper that had high gap but no volume. So I said, you know what? When it just gaps up with very, very little volume, good to watch for that potential gap and crap scenario. Well, it had a nice little move to the downside, but it's actually been holding that for the 21 EMA all the way to the upside. So we'll see if it's going to go ahead and close above 91. Might be a failure, and they might close it back down. Let's go ahead. Yeah, I was just doing Neo. So Neo right now, it's in that upward trend right here. I just actually went over it. If we can go ahead and potentially close above 1860, might have bigger move to the upside on our daily chart. We do have, it would be up above the 4 EMA then, and a nice potential move. It would really need to break this downward trend in my opinion. So if it could really go ahead and break that, and we have a higher than normal volume day, could be really nice to the upside. So that's going to be right here around $19. So look for a, if it was potential long, to close above $19 in my opinion. All right, so let's check out as well TRQ, right? John, let's look at TRQ. So TRQ, Turquoise Hill, we've got this, maybe it's actually going to be heading up. I would use 135 as a potential target right here. Let's look at it on our daily chart. So it's broken out above the 425 EMA, a bit extended here. Let's look back at the last year and see, is there any real resistance that we could be coming into? Aha, it filled the gap today. So filled the gap, John, you might be dealing with some resistance. And then you've got 113, and then it looks like, yep, that 135 might not be so odd for a number, because it looks like that might have been an area for maybe wanting to sell it off. So that is nice. Nice congrats for you. Nice 6% gain on the day so far. And we have GLD, right? Gold. Gold. Let's go ahead and draw a little trend line here. Let's get rid of the volume session profiles. It is the first day above this trend line. If we can have stronger buying and it goes ahead and it closes above, we are above the 20 SMA as well, we might see a second wave. This might be, you know, with Elliott wave theory people. This could have been, really, we had the breakout here. We could have a move up. This is wave 2. And then wave 3, bigger and longer and stronger, potentially. We will see. It is the last day of the month, so also looking at monthly charts would also be good. Where are we on the month? Okay, we have a higher volume doji. We set highs. Are we going to be able to close above the high from last month? So our high was 186.14. Would like to see a close above that. Let's also look at silver for that as well. Silver, exceeding that, no worries, we are closing above on silver. And you can see there's this nice downward trend line. I drew this on the daily chart, and it is still holding true. I think I can get rid of this one. This is from 3 months ago. So let's go ahead and delete this line right here. And we'll draw an upward trend line as well and see. Let's go to our daily chart for silver. And we'll also look. So here on, thanks, I am Ra. For silver, we've got this downward trend line. It also had an upward, right? We had this triangle right here. So could be that same scenario. We have that wave 1, 2, consolidation, boom, next bull flag or breakout from the triangle. Right now, I would go ahead and I would say here's our upward bound, here's our lowered bound. That's 375. Let's go ahead and add that right over here. 375 to the upside. Come on, chart. So right here from our trend line, let's draw up 375. Whoop. So roughly $30 for potential target, I would say. Now, if they get stubborn, again, on shorting silver, we could see it just squeeze another almost 50%, right? It squeezed more than 50% from here. We went from 17 to 27, so $10. 850 would have been 50%, so roughly 60%. So if we squeeze another 60% from 25.70, 60%, 25, my brain is not working today. 10% would be 250 times 6, 150, $15. So we could be heading up to $40 if that squeeze happened like that. All right. Let's see on Yes, Julio, flow trade is awesome with the high frequency trading algo. I do use it. I watch the algo and I also watch my regular charts. So I'm not just using solely the high frequency trading algo. I will put the two together, actually three. So I'm putting the dark pools, the high frequency trading algo, and my charts, the technical analysis on the chart. So it's everything all together. Yeah, I'll look at it. Let's go ahead and look at gold though. So we have Barrick Gold that Buffett bought into, right? So we're looking at it, hey, Buffett's in this. We've got some movement down here, and its high was all the way up here at 31.18. Again, it's going to probably be dependent upon what happens with the gold futures for the end of the month. When we were looking at it, let's look at gold futures as well. Right here. And we'll go to our monthly chart. So right now, on the monthly chart, we need it to inch up, really, and we want to see it close above the high from last month. It would be awesome if it could do that. If it doesn't, let's pull up a little trend line. See what we could be expecting for a downward pullback. It could pull back all the way back down to 1740 and still be in an upward trend. We've just had a major surgence. Yeah. Well, it's great. And when you look back, let's look back, right? When history can repeat itself, a lot of people, when the US dollar drops, will go ahead and turn to gold, excuse me. So when we look at it though, this is really when the market dropped as well for gold, right? Or the market dropped and gold dropped too. So it did pull back roughly 40%. So as much as people are pulling back and getting in, there might actually be another opportunity. So I'm not really looking to jump in feet first just yet, because if history repeats itself, it actually pulled back 40% before it surged 300%. Go ahead and potentially maybe put in 20% right now. If the market is ready to go ahead and drop, I would also be prepared to go ahead and short the market, buy those profits, and then go into some gold and silver. When we look at silver as well, and we look at the silver futures, very similar price action, right? So it was up at 21 and then it went down to 840. So this one, silver actually pulled back much harder and it had a greater run to it. It went down from 840 all the way to almost $50. So when we look at it, if we have this pullback, similar pullback, right? 21.44 down to $11, 57%. Let's go ahead and pull it back over here. Let's see what would it be if we were to pull back from highs, right? The high in the market, down 57%. Okay, you guys know that I love this 425. Do you see that 57% is almost right there? That's pretty cool. So we could see it pull back down to this area right down here, down to that 1280. And if it was all the way down at 1280, that'd be really awesome. We're down 57%. And then if it surged another 300%, we'd be looking up again at $40. So as much, I do have a position on silver, SLV, but there could be more of a pullback before another wave higher. So if we want to throw out that Elliott wave as well, right? We see it went up, down, came down, up. So we could have 1, 2, 3. Maybe we're in 1 right now. I'm not an Elliott wave master by any stretch, but if it were to pull back, it could pull back, right? We shall see. Always watching it. You know, if I'm going to go ahead, I will potentially lock the profits as well and then re-enter as it goes lower. All right, let's check out NVIDIA. Yeah, you know what? The dollar with the inflation is so high. Here's another thing. Who really owns the most gold in the world? Do you know? Linda, excuse me. I'm saying the wrong name. I'm so sorry about that. is China. China bought a lot of our gold. So of course China would love to see us go to gold. The more that we print money, the more that it inflates the value of the dollar and it makes it worthless. So NVIDIA rocking today. Very nice one, Julio. Was it Julio? Yeah, you gave me this one. And let's check out pins as well. Pins is surging nice, came back, hit the 50 simple moving average, and then surged up to the upside. Yeah. China owns a lot of it. China bought a lot of our gold. And Shake Shack looks like it might be at a point of breakout. Very nice. Let's go and look at our daily charts. I didn't look at the daily charts on pins and Shake Shack. Oh, nice. So we broke here. We are in a gap fill mode for up to potentially $72 on Shake Shack. I see a nice move up there if we can go ahead and break that 68 area. Let's go ahead and look at pins as well on the daily chart. So pins, we have this area of resistance. You can see it's every time it comes here, it's selling off, it's selling off, it's selling off. So finally, are all of those sellers going to be gone? That's what I want to know. Are they still lining up to sell up here, or are we finally going to move to the upside? All right, let's look at overstock. Overstock, lower float. Let me guess, is Bitcoin dropping too? Because many times overstock will trade just like Bitcoin. No, interesting. Bitcoin is actually continuing to the upside, but overstock is pulling back. Because overstock many times will trade sympathetically to Bitcoin. So now this one is pulling back. And if we can break this support area right here of 85.73, maybe test down at 82.24, maybe coming back down to the 50 SMA right here. Interesting, Linda. Thank you. All right. I grew up in DC, so I try to keep politics out of it, but I'm a firm believer that the big guys try to manipulate the thought process of the retail traders and actually get them to do the exact opposite of what they want. And what I've seen lately in the news is, oh no, everything is going down, this market's going down, so maybe they are going to take it up even higher. We will see. And I know it was Arky, you wanted me to do trend line from low of 2019, right? 2018, where are we? Back here, low down here to top of February 2020. Oh, we already did that. Oh, here, February 2020. Excuse me. I think I need to eat some lunch, guys. I'm hungry. There we go. No, that's June. If we go to high, it's way up above there. There's a humming noise. Someone is vacuuming. Maybe you can hear that, Jay-Z. TJX. Let's look at TJX. I'm going to have to cut it a little short because I am going on Ticker Talker today. So, yeah, this has a nice potential gap. I like that, Julio, as well. And we've also got some, what are they called, cicadas that are in the background, the locusts that are making noise outside as well that time of year. So if we can close above, we've got this doji, we've got volume dropping off, and it's got the big gap to the upside right there, $2.14. So nice potential move, but it looks like it failed earlier today. Yeah, reality of being at home. Sometimes there's crazy noise, right? Thankfully, no lawnmowers today. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for today. Oh, it's not an open mic. It's just me. and someone vacuuming. So sorry about that. We'll go ahead and we'll cut it short, but if you guys want to see anything in particular, put it in the comments below or email me at jane@cjanetrade.com. And I do have an awesome video coming out tomorrow at 6 p.m. all about fear. So check that one out as well. And I will see you guys tomorrow, 12:15. Have an amazing day. Carpe Profit, seize those profits one trade at a time.